bit of an unboxing here. Just gonna check a few things out, see what we've got, and go from there. Also wanted to remind you guys, if you all have not entered in my contest, if you would like to enter my contest to win the HD video camera, but you're having a problem dealing with doing a video response, let me know that, because if there's enough of you that are like that, then and also considering that YouTube is changing the video response policy and stuff, I may be changing the entry requirements for my contest. And so stay tuned on that, but let me know if you guys would like to enter but just are having problems doing the video response. Tell me that, and it'll be good information to know. Alright, let's see here. This is a good unboxing. We've got, this is a Lee hardness tester for when you're casting bullets. It will help you to know how hard the actual metal is that you've done. Now, this is actually a mistake. I did not order this. 44 Magnum, a bunch of it. Well, I did not order this. I inquired about it, but did not order it. Let's see. This is a bullet lubricating and size kit from Lee, and what this is once you have cast your bullets, especially if you're dealing with a mold that is maybe not that great, this will help you to size and lube your cast bullets. I'll be doing videos about all this stuff. And then here, what we've got is, this is actually a bullet mold. This is a 9mm. With me running so much 9mm myself, and then I run 357 SIG. There's all these different ones that different guns that I can in a pinch. I mean, this 9mm round may not be the ideal round for the 38 or something like that, but if the shit hit the fan, this one mold and this one setup will allow me to make bullets for a lot of different guns. 38, 380, 357 SIG, 9mm, 357 Magnum, if need be. And there's a lot of them. So that's a really good thing to have. Instructions in there. Opens up there. You can see in there, that's the shape of the bullet. It's a flat point. Works. That setup will work better with multiple types of applications. So let's see here. There's that. Make sure I'm not missing anything. If anybody is interested in some 44 Magnum, I don't know that it'll be worth it to send it back. I'll just put it on the shelf. Let's see what I actually got. I don't even know what I ordered. That is some flat point. Let's see. What's the weight? I have no idea what I've even paid for this. 240 grain. So, let's see. There's about 50 to a box. So that's 250 rounds of 44 Magnum. If anybody's looking for some 44 Magnum, let me know, and I'll see what kind of price I can give you on that. Okay, let's go over here to this box. I'm going to put this one off to the side, and we will do this box here. You remember on was it Sesame Street back in the day that had that little lady sitting in that big huge rocking chair, and she was dressed up like a little kid and acted like a little kid? She sat in that huge chair. think that was Sesame Street. Either way, that's what I feel like here with this Santa Claus table up so high and me sitting down real low. Maybe it's a crack pipe. I don't know. Could just be the crack pipe talking. Alrighty. Now this is another Yankee Hill tool machine. This is one of their smooth forearms. This is just like what I put on the 300 black hat that you've seen in some of my videos recently. And now we've got this next box here. Let's see what we got in here. And as always, I'm using the CRKT M16 Tonto blade. So let's see, get all this out of there. And I finally broke down and bought a sorter. Or what that is it allows me to sort brass. 9mm from 40 caliber, from 45, whatever. Basically like you're panning for gold. And I went ahead and got the 380 plate. But each one of these tubs here has different size slots in the bottom of it. And you just shake them in particular order and it will sift out what it is set up, what the particular one is set up for. Like right here we'll say, basically what it talks about is you put a 5-gallon bucket below it. The yellow will sort out the, I pointed that like you guys don't know that's yellow. The yellow will sort out 45 ACP and 308 and bigger. The blue will sort out 40 cal, 357, 38. The black will sort out 9mm, 223, and it says 380. I don't know about that. This is the 380 plate, and what the 380 plate is going to do is catch all the 380, so that means that if you've got, like I've got some 5.7, I've got all kinds of rimfire and stuff that's mixed in with what I've got, which I'm about to have a whole bunch of brass for sale. Anybody that's interested in brass at a very good deal. It'll be once fired brass, it will be cleaned. And I can process it farther if need be. But if anybody's looking for brass, send me a message, let me know. I've got, I don't have too much rifle right now, but I've got a lot of different handgun stuff. And so either way, that's the 380 plate. I'll do a video on that. Let's see what else we have here. AR parts. We've got a gas block. Another gas block. We've got some more KG gun coat. This is a clear. I'm going to put over something. More AR parts. More AR parts. This is all magazine releases, bolt catches, buffer tube hardware, just all kinds of things for finalizing some AR builds that I've got coming up. So, see if I can't do a little close-up for you guys and let you all see what I've got here. Got some low-profile gas blocks. And there's a difference in these. You've got, this one uses 2 set screws to attach it. This one has an actual split down its axis and it kind of clamshells on. They each have their positives, their pluses. These are just bolt locks, magazine catches, just like what I was saying. Just all a bunch of parts for finishing out some AR builds. Yankee Hill smooth rail. This rail is real nice. It's It's got rail sections. Basically, this last half, this is the end of it, like right towards the muzzle, has a quad rail around it. And then from here back, it only has a top rail. And then they include sections of rail that you can add as needed. So it's a pretty good system. And it's very strong, very, very strong. This is the bullet lubricating and size kit from Lee. And what you basically got is just a die here that goes down into your press, and this goes into the ram, and you just take your bullets after you've cast them, and I'll probably polish that up just a little bit more, but this is a specific diameter in there, and this just shaves it, just shaves the lead clean off of it, and you just push them through, and they gather up here in the top. This is just like the bulge busting kit. They just gather up in the top of it there. I like Lee's setups pretty well. There's better out there, but man, it is hard to beat what Lee's got going on for the money. And so there's that. We'll go over here to the bullet mold while we're talking about the sizing there. What you've got, there's your, okay, here we go. Had to change the setting on the camera, still getting used to it. There is what the bullet will look like. That's of course one half. The other half is over here. It's going to have a flat nose, and if you look right down in there, it's going to have ridges on it, and those actually allow you to get lube in there. And so you pour it. Once you poured it, scrape it off there, and or I'm sorry, you pour it and then you let it solidify, and then you open the gate there and they'll come out. I am no casting master. I understand it, and I'm excited to learn. I understand the general idea, and I've read a lot about it. I've got a lot of good, knowledgeable folks to help me. Really good people to help out. The Reloading podcast on Gun Rights Radio Network, Jim Fleming, personal acquaintance of mine, is the cast master, and I've got him on speed dial to help me out as I go forth, and as I learn it, I will teach you guys. So here's a hardness tester or testing kit, and some of you guys may know a lot more about this than I do, and that's great, that's good. Please, as I do videos on this stuff, don't ridicule me if I make a mistake, or if I do something that seems like it's, you know, not the most efficient way of doing something or not the right way. Tell me, teach me. I don't try to, I'm not an expert. I just try and teach what I have learned. I like to convey information if I have it. And I'm always willing to gain more information. This hardness tester, in a nutshell, what you've got is you've got a carbide ball of a certain size, and what the deal is you press this down into your lead, and once this is done, then you take this microscope and you look at that indentation and you compare it. You measure it and you see, basically, because this is known and your pressure will be known, and so then you compare your indentation, and however much of an indentation you have, that will indicate and correspond to a chart. It'll indicate how hard your lead casting is. Now, I'm sure that's not exactly 100% correct, but that's the general idea. So what it shows here, you've got the lead laying on your round laying on its side, and so anyways, that's kind of the deal there. And this is your chart. Talks about your Brinell hardness, strength, pressure. It gives you a bunch of stuff there. So anyways, that's that, and definitely watch for those videos. There will be videos on that stuff coming up. Again, like I say, I'm trying to learn as much as you guys, so let me know if you think you can help me. Here's your chance. Got all these stuff. Here we go. Just had another shipment come in of a few things. I really like this rail. I'm not a big quad rail fan, but I'd run this quad rail. This is going to go on the customer's AR that I'm building, and that's 14.56 or 14.6 inch rail. So it's almost as long as my Samson Evo, and it's a little heavier, but it's a quad rail. Nice system. I like it. I like the color too. Well, I'm not trying to be a secret agent guy. Got the football game on. Yes, I am a UT fan. And yes, we're playing Oregon. And no, we're not winning. Right now it's 24-7. We're in a rebuilding year. Whatever, I'm still a fan. I'm a fan no matter what. So, anyways, here, we'll get rid of that. It's been a little bit since I've done an unboxing. Of course, whenever I get around to editing this, you guys may be seeing this in the middle of a bunch of other unboxings from a bunch of other days. I don't know, this might be the beginning, might be the end of the video. Who knows? I've got my lathe now, and so I have been getting some different tooling and stuff in for it, because all the equipment that I used to have, well, I didn't have a use for it, so I sold a bunch of the peripherals and things that I had. So now I'm reamassing stuff. Now this is actually a small milling attachment for the lathe. What this will allow me to do, it's not going to give me much room to work, but it will let me use an actual end mill in the lathe and do some small scale milling, actual milling, not this stupid drill press stuff with a milling table, a slide table. This will actually allow me to mill something without having a bunch of chatter and all that stuff. This is small, it's a precision, it's supposed to be a real good brand, and it is. It's nice and smooth. And so what it does is this right here will attach. You've got your and you'll see a video of this, but you've got your spindle on the lathe spinning like this. Normally on a mill, it would be like this, and your table would move around here with the part. Well, you just take it and you spin it like you got it horizontally, and so everything on the lathe, your work gets set down like that, and your spindle's over here. So what this does is allows you to set this down on your carriage, and now you've got a place where you can clamp down your workpiece there, and this moves this up and down, and then your carriage can go side to side already. And you just run it over into your workpiece for up and down. And you just laying it on its side. And you see there's not much travel there on this. This isn't supposed to, I'm not supposed to be able to put a 350 cylinder head on there and do a valve job with that. This is just for small things that need to be milled. Bushings, whatever, just, you know, small stuff. And right now I don't have a mill. Now I've been making do with some of the other things like that drill press and that milling attachment, or the cross slide table. But now this is just another step in the right direction. And this, I believe, I know what it is. We're doing it. Huh. Yeah, it's some Apex tactical stuff. Let's see. You know, I'm a big proponent of Apex tactical products. Pretty sweet shirt design. I like that. Thanks to the guys at Apex Tactical. And these are parts for a Smith & Wesson revolver for a 629. This is a replacement hammer that you'll see there. Gets rid of the MIM stuff, and a new firing pin. And we're also going to be putting a trigger on. So that's kind of the unboxing for right now. Now the score is 31-7. What we got here. Buffer tubes. These are tips for my different super glues and stuff. Replacement tips. And they should work with this rock set here. This stuff here, rock set, is a unbelievably strong epoxy stuff. It's a ceramic epoxy adhesive that withstands super high temperatures, and you can use this to actually hold on muzzle brakes and stuff like that. This is that strong, and it withstands high heat. Very good stuff. These are my parts for my lathe that I've been missing. Awesome. Now I can get it up and going. A lot better than it is now. We got this unboxing here, I think this will probably be put in at the end of a few other unboxings. And I've been waiting for some of this stuff for a little while, and excited to get it. This one especially. I've been working with Cerakote already, but this represents the first of my business dealing directly with Cerakote, and so I'm happy to get that and start getting this underway. So, first and foremost, we'll open this up. I've been extremely impressed with the Cerakote products. They are hands down some of the finest around. One of the things that I've been looking forward to getting in and working with, because I haven't had the opportunity to work with this yet, is the Cerakote, where is it here? The Micro Slick, right here. Their Micro Slick is a coating that is similar to what you would coat something with nickel boron for, but it allows you to coat gears and internal parts with it, and it's supposed to adhere and stay for an extended period of time. They're not going to give you a guarantee that it's always going to last. It's going to be there forever. But it bonds with the metal, and it goes on at half a mil thick. I mean, it is such a thin layer, but it gives it high lubricity, and so it's something that we can do on parts to where you don't really want to take them, and you don't want to spend the money on having them titanium nitride coated. Like a titanium nitride coating of a AR bolt carrier is around 150 bucks. Doing something like this is going to be cheaper than that, and it's not, probably won't last as long, but it's going to do, I'd say, 75% of what, that's without having hands-on experience with it yet. But according to what I've been told, it should do 75% of what titanium nitride or nickel boron would do. And so, there's that. Tactical gray, cobalt, stainless steel, and of course graphite black. And there's your hardness for all. Now onto this. So, what do you guys think about the latest shooting? And I'm talking about the one at the Naval Yard. It never ceases to amaze me how quick these gun grabbers are to announce it was an AR-15 that was used. No, it wasn't. It was not an AR-15. They're doing everything they can to use every tragedy to steal our property, to take our guns, to take our liberties, our rights. A lot of you guys got fired up during right after the Sandy Hook thing, and you wrote your congressmen, your senators, you called them, you got active. Don't stop. Now, right now is the time that we have to be vigilant. We have got to continue on. If the gun grabbers and the liberals, they've been gun grabbers and liberals since the 60s. They've been working at this that long. They're not going to stop. So if we get complacent or we think, oh well, we've got it won. You know, we beat that. That's when they'll blindside us, just like they did in Colorado, just like they've done in some other states. And so, you guys need to. The easiest way in the world is go to Ruger, go to I think Hornady's doing it, maybe Smith & Wesson, but Ruger's the one that initially had the program made. Go to Ruger's website, Ruger.com, and there's a place there where you can go in and populate these categories, very, very quick and simple, and it will automatically send messages that you can personalize if you want to, or you can use their canned messages, but it will send them messages to your send your congressman or your senators or all messages. You can choose to send it to the White House that will tell them of your wishes to leave our guns alone. And so that's the easiest way to get into it. Ruger's made it so easy to do that you have no excuse. If you're watching this channel and you like guns, stop them whenever this video's over or right now during it. Go to Ruger.com and fill that form out, and don't just do it once. Do it once or twice a week. You sit in front of the computer looking at stupid crap anyways, like this channel. You might as well go over there and do something productive. So anyways, I digress. Got some more stackable bins in. These are going over by my lathe. I needed a few extra. Oh yeah, finally starting to get some 22 ammunition rolling in. Some leather vice jaws. What I'm going to be doing with that is I'm going to actually, I got a few things I'm going to be doing with this leather. I may not use this leather for vice jaws. I might use it to attach a piece of Kydex to, and possibly make a bedside style holster with that. I'm not sure yet though. Had to go ahead and pick up a few of these. I'll go ahead and open these right now so you guys can see what they are. These things, if you work in the shop or in, around different chemicals and stuff, these are, I mean, you can't say enough about how good these things are. These squeeze bottles, basically what you fill it up with whatever your fluid is. Red, I use acetone in here, and when you squeeze it, it pushes your fluid out the nozzle there. So you can leave your jug upright. You don't have to worry about a lid or anything like that. You just pick it up, squeeze it, and it's just a nice stream, and it's there. So that's a really, really nice way to go. I got one without the red top. This one will end up having probably oil or something like that for the lathe. And I went ahead, I've been using a couple of homemade vice blocks for my AR stuff. And I went ahead and picked up this Wheeler unit. It's actually designed to work with their system, their base system. But I'm going to set this up to work on the old Santa bench, so I can use this for building ARs and stuff. That way I can have my upper block in my vise over here, or a barrel or whatever, and this I can have the gun over here working on. So I'm going to go ahead and just open that up. And as a matter of fact, I'll open this up right now so you guys can see what it consists of. Static. This goes in your magazine well there, and it actually can help lock in there. You can adjust that, and you can change the angle depending on how you got your base set or whatever you need. And then these are made as a quick disconnect for another assembly, but I'm going to adapt it for what I'm doing here. So, and now, last but not least, not by any means, I wanted to show this, and I'll probably do this and do a separate video on this. I got in the newest version of the Longevity 40D plasma cutter. This plasma cutter, this is an updated version of the 40D. 40D is one that I had sitting over here for a little while, and I've had 3 or 4 of them since then, because I am a dealer, and so one that almost just stabbed himself. I'm a longevity dealer, and I'll get these units in and use them, and they're for sale as soon as I place the order. They're for sale. Hell, they're actually for sale before I place the order, because I can order someone in one anytime. But, you know, especially in the economy today, I found that, guys, it's hard to get, especially longevity. It's a brand that a lot of people don't know about yet. And so for me to say, okay, yeah, I can get you this plasma cutter, it's going to be X amount of, it'll be this much money. I don't have one in stock. Give me your money, I'll order it, and you'll get it when you come in. They don't have any experience with the brand, they don't know, so I found that it's much easier to sell whenever I got it sitting there, just like with anything, but especially with stuff like this, these high-ticket items. This is the new 40D. It's been greatly upgraded from the old version, and I can't say enough about how well these units work. Especially for the money. I mean, you're talking about being able to get into a nice plasma cutter, very nice plasma cutter for in the $500 range. This new variant has gone up a little bit in price, but the added features and function that you get out of that added price is well worth it. It's a better looking front end. They moved the air regulator to be on board. The air regulator was definitely a place of concern for me. On the very first one that I got in, the way the air regulator was you had to mount it back here on the back, or it was set up where you can mount it back here on the back. You can mount it up front, whatever you need to do. Well, mine broke off. It was still functional, but the mounting tabs broke off. And so they moved it inboard, and that is a much better system, having that regulator there. Your water separator is built in, and so it's just a nice, sleeker looking unit. Nice cooling fan system on these, and you can't go wrong with these new longevity units. To get into a unit that's going to have the warranty of this, or the cut quality, or the power, you're going to be close to $1,000 on almost any of your better name brands out there. When I say better, I mean of the brands out there, the better known brands. You could probably get into something like a Hobart or a Harbor Freight unit cheaper than this, but with welding equipment and plasma cutters, you really get what you pay for. And these longevities the value is through the roof. So anyways, if anybody needs a welder or a plasma cutter, big, small, AC, DC, high freak, square wave, whatever you want, let me know, and I'll see if I can help you out. So thanks for watching, guys. Got a couple of things here to get opened up. This one, I hate these stupid folders. There's an easier way of doing that, where you don't get that crap everywhere. It's probably asbestos. I'm probably gonna die mesothelioma real soon. No, it's just paper. So anyway, what that is a this is a trigger group to a high point. So anyways, that's for a high point that the trigger itself actually broke. It broke in half, the trigger. So I'm going to repair it. I figured it would probably be better off as a boat anchor. But you know, I take that back. High points really aren't that bad at guns. They're not glamorous by any means, but they're not bad guns. Their carbines are great. Is a Beretta or a Taurus or some of these other, like a Mech-Tech or a Glock conversion, is that better? Yeah. But the high points, you can't go wrong with them, man. They run, they shoot, they work. And they're pretty accurate, actually. And okay, so I'll pick this up. It's a graduated cylinder. It is glass, and it will help me. It'll help me to be able to know exactly what I poured out of whichever part I'm dealing with, and it's just a real easy way of doing things. I can get large ones, smaller ones. The volume that I'm doing right now, this is all that I need. I may end up picking up another one or two of them, but for now that's what I've got. Got some stuff to unbox here. Kind of moving venues around. Got so much crap going on in different places, I figured we'd do this unboxing right here. Hope you guys have had a chance to look into one of the new services that we're offering. Something I'm really enthused about it, and that's the trigger system for the M&P 22 handgun, the Walther handgun. So if you know anybody that's got an M&P 22, their gun is not complete without one of our TDC trigger kits. We utilize Apex Tactical AEK trigger, and the rest of the kit is our own, and it is phenomenal. Now, what this is a bunch of our parts back from getting titanium nitride coated. That's another service that we're offering now. Obviously I say we're offering. I don't do it in-home. We're in-house, but we're doing the titanium nitride coatings on bulk carriers. I can do full slides, whatever you want. If it's a metal part, we can do titanium nitride coating. See right here, that's what the gold color is. That is the bolt for a Scorpion, if you guys were wondering. And yes, it's gold, but it's not in gold because we're wanting it to be bling bling or anything. Let's see. Now in here, what I did the trigger and the hammer from the Scorpion and the titanium nitride coating. It's a high lubricity coating, and it's extremely hard. They put titanium nitride, like you've seen drill bits and end mills and things like that, that have it on there. Carbide is one of the hardest substances known to man. They put titanium nitride coating on carbide cutters to make them wear better because it's harder than the carbide. So that gives you any idea. Now this is my M&P barrel. So I'll get this stuff out and do a more thorough inspection of it here in a little bit. But for now, I am just enthused to get it back. All this stuff is other parts from the Scorpion that I shipped with it they're gonna give me a quote on doing that stuff. I just wanted them to see it all because it was a bunch of intricate small stuff. And actually we miscommunicated, but we turned it into a quote. So, but either way, if you guys want to get anything like that done, let me know. I can quote it for you. Let's see. I don't know what this is. Hope it's not perishable or breakable. And I'm using the CKRT Edgy to open these with. It's got the straight blade, and down inside of it here, it's actually got a sharpening stone built in. So every time that you close it, it runs a stone across it, and it's set up to where you can actually push down on it, and you're sharpening it just by doing that. If you like to play with knives like I do anyways, it's not a stretch to sit there and sharpen your knife just by, you know, watching TV or something. Hey, I'm sharpening my knife. So, real good idea. Good thing there. So let's see, what do we have here? Ah, carbide cutters. A sack of carbide cutters. That's good stuff right there. They all look brand new too. That's an eBay deal. So now, along the same lines as the carbide cutters, we get to this Grizzly Industrial box. As you guys that have been with my channel for a little while, you know, I have not had a lathe in shop for a little while. I've had access to a machine shop, and it was so convenient it wasn't worth me. I couldn't justify the expenditure. Well, I decided to go ahead and cowboy up and get a lathe. You probably see it there, just the corner of the shop right now. It's not a big lathe. I've got access to big lathes if I need them. It lets me do a lot of things in-house, simple, smaller things in-house, and so that's where any profits I make, they go towards tooling and buying diapers. So what this is more carbide cutters. These got the carbide tips soldered on to the shank. I actually used to work for the company that makes all this stuff, Seco. Not this stuff, it's actually a lot higher quality than what this is. I used to work for Seco. I ran some CNC mills for them, and so that's where my knowledge base on this stuff comes from. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys this stuff, and we'll roll in some close-ups here in a minute. Alright, here we go. There's a CRKT Edgy that I was speaking of. Seven-piece turning tool set. Those are little tools that you use to put your inserts on and off. You see these tools are gold, that's titanium nitride. So you've got different ones, and for those of you that aren't familiar with machine tooling and stuff like that, these are lathe tools. These shanks go into the tool, and then these are replaceable. This is what actually does the cutting. So this is a pretty nice little assortment. What's good about these tools like this with the inserts versus say like this tooling over here, show you a little bit of the difference here. These two tools here could pretty much be used interchangeably for the most part. This tool is some type of high speed or carbon steel that's painted, of course. And you see right here on the end, this triangle there, that's actually a piece of carbide. It's about that thick and it's been soldered to this. So the carbide is really hard and it cuts really well. These, once they're dull and done, you toss them, or you can, if you want to, maybe sharpen the other end or something like that. We'll get into the sharpening here in a second. This tool here allows you, it gives you the carbide cutter here on the end that, first of all, you can replace it. Second of all, like this one is a two-ended one. Once this end is dull, I can flip it around and use the other side. The insert's all you're replacing, and the big thing is that the shape of this tool, and if you can see down in there, there is an indentation right down in there. That's called the chip breaker. Some of these will be more elaborate than others. Like with this one here, I'm not sure how well you can see the chip breaker. The pattern you see up there, well, that is all responsible for the way that it cuts. So with these, where you've got an insert, you know that this insert is designed optimally. It's going to cut the best it could possibly cut. Whereas whenever you get into these, even though these are already carbide insert on there, they need to be dressed. You need to hit them with a tool dresser, a grinder, and finalize the shape. And there's a few different things that you do here on these. So these are much cheaper, but in the long run, these are cheaper because you have replaceable inserts, and these are going to cut your material better for longer. There are some guys that really know how to cut their own tools and grind their own tools. They're probably better off with stuff like this. But for the person that knows nothing, this is better. And I don't know, it's just one of those things where they both got their pros and cons. But anyway, there is that kit, and I'll move on to the next one. Here's the next kit, like what I was showing you there. It's just got a few different ones, right-handed, left-handed. You've got, I believe, one of these colors is for aluminum in soft, non-ferrous metals. The other one is for ferrous metals, and it's not as much the cutting material as it is the angles that the carbide is set on the tool. Angles have a lot to do with it. And here, what I was saying, these are a bunch of carbide inserts. Some of them are used, some of them look new, or they may have one edge that is used. Like, see this one, it's been used on two edges, but one, there's two edges there that are still good. Flip it over, bunch of edges that are still good. Do I have tooling holders to hold all of these different ones? No, I do not. But the thing is that for what I paid for this, just if I find 5 or 10 of these that are good, it's paid for itself. So it's definitely, like, see, that one's been used, but for what I do, that's still very sharp. It's just fine. See, like this one here, that's for cutting threads. So either way, it's a whole bag full of them. So if any of you guys are a home machinist or have a little lathe around the house, whatever, whatever, you run a machine shop, eBay. Keep an eye on eBay, because I think that I picked up these, let's see here, how much did I pay for these? How much did I pay for these? I'll tell you how much I paid for these. For this bag of tooling, I paid shipped $32. So 32 bucks shipped. This is well worth that. Okay, now here, what I've got, sorry about that. These are replacement inserts for the 7-piece turning kit, an assortment of the different ones. I just went ahead and grabbed, they've got this kit here. You pay a little bit more for it where it's broken up like this, but it was easy, simple. I clicked the mouse once and I was done. Now what this is a center finder for round bar, as it reads there. This is a pretty handy tool. I've used them before, so I went ahead and picked one up for myself. The way that this is set up, if you've got, let's say for our purposes, being that this is a gun channel, say I've got the top of a receiver and I want to find out where the center is, I can take this, I can chuck it into the mill or the drill press up here, and then I move the table with whatever, let's say I want to find the center of this. If I've got this in the drill press and it's come down here, if I jog that table over, whenever that lines up there, I know that I'm directly over the center of that. And so then what I can do is I leave the table still and run my head up, remove this, put my drill bit or my end mill in without moving the table. The work hasn't moved, and then I'm drilling exactly in the top dead center. Really, really good little piece of simple tool to have. Here's these titanium nitride coated parts. What you got down, you can see right there, titanium nitride. That's what those end mills are coated in. And this is a super, super hard substance. Eliminates wear in these areas now, and it's got a high lubricity, so very, very good way of going about things. Can't wait to get it all installed. Looks good too. Here we're going to add a couple more things here. Gonna throw this in on the unboxing. This is actually just a 1022 barrel that I've just trimmed down for a Type 7 SOT holder, and threaded the barrel. And what I wanted to show here is a few things. This is the main thing. It's as far as I know, a new Magpul product. Maybe it's not brand new to everybody else, but as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty much brand new. That's just a bunch of miscellaneous AR parts in there. You got this Mo Plus grip. This is the grip that I try and push above all others. It's the Magpul Mo grip, but it's a rubber overmold. That's what the Plus is. So you get a really good tactile feel. I've not dealt with a better grip yet. Magpul, they have a couple that that are a little bit more expensive, that are adjustable and stuff, but I like that Magpul Mo Plus the best because of the Plus. And this, what I wanted to show here is this is the Magpul, the Mo AK grip. So this is designed for your AK variants, and this is, it's not the Plus. Hopefully they'll come out with that at some point in time, but this is what an AK grip should have been, and it wasn't. So leave it to Magpul to make it right. Might do a little bit of heavier stippling on it, but this is actually going on, I think it's going to be going on the Scorpion that I'm building. I'm going to adapt this to work with it. So anyways, just wanted to show you guys that.